Weeks of pain in Uvalde, Robb Elementary, where the community still comes to remember 21 innocent lives lost. It's where Angelique Gomez made a split decision to save her kids from a gunman, a decision she says has led to harassment and threats by Uvalde police. Angelique is a farm worker and was working in the fields when the school came under attack.
I'm running. I just run off the fields and I get in my car. I'm going about 100 miles per hour. I have my flashing lights on.
She was hysterical when she arrived and wanted to go in immediately, but says she was ordered by an officer to get back.
He's like, "You're very close." I said, "Well, I don't need you to protect me. I don't need your protection. What you need to do is go protect my kids. They're in there."
Angelique says she could hear the children and the gunman.
You could just hear the gun like just kept going. You could hear kids screaming from the cafeteria, kids screaming from classrooms.
She says she and other parents were frustrated that police were standing around doing nothing.
I'm starting to tell the parents, "Come on, if we all go in there, they can't stop us all."
She says they not only stopped her, but handcuffed her and tackled some parents to the ground.
Why are you doing it to us? And y'all can't even go in there and do it to the shooter.
Angelique says after a few minutes, she did calm down and officers uncuffed her. That's when she ran, hopped a nearby fence, and ran inside.
I mean, it was really risky what I did, but at that moment, you don't think. It's just your mind goes blank and you're just in there to do what you're going to do.
Angelique says she first ran to one of her son's classrooms and got the teacher to open the door and then help lead the entire class out of the school.
They're already coming in for me, so might as well take your way out. So she's like, okay. So she's getting the kids. We're coming. Come on, guys. We're going to go.
But Angelique says she wasn't done. Her other son was still inside and terrified she could still hear gunfire in the distance.
So I kind of just got on one knee and I just kind of said a prayer real quick, like, because I could hear the kids screaming, "I want my mom," from the cafeteria.
Angelique says she made it to her son's room and managed to get him and one of his friends out. She says a resident shot this video of her running from the school and gave it to her. It shows her and the two boys running into the parking lot, her son breaking down into tears. Angelique's attorney, Domingo Garcia, says she acted with more heroism than most of the officers who responded that day.
Hey, how you doing?
It's a sad statement that these police officers are willing to arrest parents who are just trying to save their children as opposed to going after an active shooter who at that time was still shooting children and killing them and shooting teachers, and they did nothing.
Weeks after the shooting, Angelique says she's still being threatened with arrest. She claims she's been watched by Uvalde police in marked cars. Uvalde police have not responded to requests for comment.
I've also had a cop park here while me and my grandmother are exercising, flickering on and off his headlights, just watching us. I don't know what he's doing. He's just there.
She says they're angry with her for ignoring their orders.
We can arrest you for tampering with an open investigation of an active shooter.
Her attorney says it's intimidation and a form of small-town justice.
Intimidation with people under a badge for telling the truth, for telling their story and trying to save her two children.
Have a good day, too. You too. Take care.
Angelique wants Police Chief Pete Arredondo fired and held accountable. He was the presumed incident commander that day. Uvalde police have not responded to repeated requests for comment on Angelique's case to WFAA or her attorney.